Oh, hello there. I hope I'm not bothering you too much at this time by texting you. I just wanted to greet Tyler's wife now, since I have your number. Okay, so I'm kind of confused as to who I'm messaging right now. Could you please give me a little bit more information as to who you are and how you got this number? Really? Oh, you don't know who this is? Oh my god, I thought Tyler would have said something to you about hearing from me soon. It's me, Alyssa. I'm Tyler's older sister. I added you as a friend via your phone number, so I thought it would be good to send a request to you too, to talk. So I got in touch with you today. Oh, I see. I guess I knew that you wanted my phone number at some point to contact me. It's nice to hear from you. I'm Violet, and I hope we can get along. It'll be nice to meet you in person very soon, since our wedding ceremony's literally just around the corner. Just have to wait a little longer for us to meet. Well, that's the thing that I wanted to mention to you, Violet. I've decided not to go to your wedding today after all. I've been carefully thinking it through, and I don't think there's a need for me to go. I'm sorry, what did you just say? I blanked out there for a second. Did you say you're not coming to the wedding? What's brought this on all of a sudden, Alyssa? Why should I show up to my little brother's cheap-looking wedding? You do realize that he doesn't do anything for a job, right? That he just stays at home because he's a shut-in? If he has no job, how is he able to get married and pay for the ceremony and such? This wedding isn't a big deal after all, okay? There will only be a few guests, like a couple of family members or something. Do you really think that someone like me is going to show up to my younger brother's wedding? Do you not know how shabby the ceremony's going to look because he can't pay a lot of money for it? Well, the only reason why it's going to be a small wedding ceremony is because we've only invited people who are related to us. It's not a huge ceremony, but you can't just assume things. Okay, Violet, since you don't seem to understand what I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to say this very loud and clear for you to hear what I have to say. I don't want other people to think that I've got anything to do with a disgusting shut-in brother like mine. Do you know what I do for a living? I'm a model, okay? Do you think someone as gorgeous as me is going to go to a wedding venue in an amazing dress while everyone else, especially the groom, looks cheap and shabby? Won't it be obvious to see that I've got a shut-in brother in my family if I show up and look super bomb in my outfit? Him alone makes me feel less valuable to others. I don't get why you'd say such cruel things about your own brother, Alyssa. How can you put him down like this when maybe you don't really know a lot about his situation? Hey, I'm just speaking the truth here, Violet. You're the one marrying a lame shut-in, yeah. Your life is over when it's barely even begun for you because of him. I don't want to be associated with poor people like him, so my husband and I won't be attending this cheap-looking wedding ceremony that you're both throwing today. How dare you say such horrible things about your brother? There's nothing wrong with him. Why must you speak about him in this way? What has he ever done to you? It's awful for family to say these things. That's because I don't want the whole world knowing that I'm related to this awkward and smelly shut-in. He's not really family. What am I supposed to do if I come and it jeopardizes my modeling career? I can't believe you're actually marrying a lowlife like my brother. People like you, Violet, don't make any sense to me. What's so good about you wanting to marry him, huh? Oh, I think I know why. Maybe you're keeping a lowlife like him close to your side so that you don't look worse to the rest of society. Or are you trying to make yourself look more superior? Is that the reason why you're marrying him today? If so, then you're the one who's in the wrong here. That's not it at all. You've got no idea what my true relationship is like with Tyler. How could you be so mean to him? You can't just say whatever you like. It's rude. Yeah, whatever. Like I'm going to listen to a scumbag like you, Violet. I suppose you're going to turn around and tell me that you're in love and it's beautiful, yeah? Ugh, gross. I'm not interested in seeing two poor lowlifes get married and suffer with no money. It's just nasty and vile. We'll be staying at home today, and that's final. Tyler, I really need to talk to you. I've just had the most horrible conversation I've ever had in my life. I need to talk to you about your sister, Violet.
Hello, my sweet almost-to-be wife. Oh, what? Did she message you or something? What's happened? What did she say? The ceremony's about to start pretty soon. Are you okay, Violet?
So I initially got a message from a phone number I didn't recognize, and I asked who it was, and it ended up being your older sister, Alyssa. She must have got my number somehow. I don't know exactly. Anyways, she was messaging me to tell me that her and her husband aren't going to be coming to today's wedding ceremony. She just blurted it out all of a sudden. I was trying to hold back my true feelings about the whole thing, but she was being so terrible about it all, so I just stopped replying to her messages because I couldn't take it. I can't believe that she's turned around and said that she's not going to come to our wedding. Especially because you mustered up so much courage to invite her in the first place. I'm sorry this fell through.
Oh, Violet, no, please, don't be sorry. You've really got nothing to apologize for. You were just saying what you needed to say, I'm sure. I thought originally that she wouldn't come. She's always just done what she wanted to do and not cared about how anyone else feels about it. I can pretty much imagine why she said that she'd stay at home all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit confused as to what you're trying to insinuate. What are you talking about, Tyler? Do you know why she didn't want to come today?
Well, surely it's because of me, right? My sister has always felt this way when it comes to my existence. I still really wanted to invite her to the ceremony nonetheless. Time has passed since when we were kids, and we're both grown up now. We're adults, and I thought that maybe she had moved past what she thought of me. I was hoping that maybe Alyssa had changed as well. Since she's left our family home, we've never really done stuff together as a family, and it's sad. All that we've ever wanted is to be able to do things together as a family, and Alyssa holds back a lot. She hardly visits. I just want her to show more gratitude towards my parents.
Yeah, I can understand that you want that. What should we do with the Alyssa issue? Should we try to encourage her to come back some more so that you can be a family?
I would very much like that to happen, especially today with the wedding and all. If I message her, she's just going to ignore it. Could I ask you to try? My parents haven't seen Alyssa in quite a long time, and they were really looking forward to seeing her today at our wedding. I would really appreciate your help, Violet.
No, of course I can message her so that your parents can meet up with her. I'll try and fulfill their request. I want my in-laws to be happy and for you all to be together.
Oh, that would mean the world to me and my parents. Thank you so much, Violet. You're the absolute best fiancée ever. I'm so sorry for putting you in the middle of this, though.
Tyler, don't worry too much about it, okay? It's not your fault at all. It's something that she needs to work through, though. There's no need to say sorry to me. Alyssa, I've been trying to message you for a while now. I just need to talk to you for a quick minute or two, okay? Could you please come and attend our ceremony? Is it really true that you've not seen your family in almost 10 years? That's such a long time to go without seeing your parents, right? They miss you a lot, Alyssa. If you miss the event today, we don't know when the next big event will be, and you don't want to miss out, do you? Please, just do this for the sake of your father. All you need to do is just show up. You don't have to stay at the ceremony the entire time, and you can miss the reception. Just pop in for a few minutes, okay? Are you seriously kidding me right now with this crap, Violet? Your notifications have been annoying me for a while now. Would you shut up? Didn't you understand me earlier when I told you that I wouldn't be attending your stupid ceremony? You're so thick that you're marrying that shut-in brother of mine. What part of what I said to you early this morning did you not understand, Violet? You're actually so dumb. You know that, right? Something wrong with your short-term memory. Why on earth are you being like this towards me when you hardly even know me? I'm trying to do a good deed here. Why would you say something like this to me? All I've wanted this entire time is for my own sister-in-law to attend the ceremony. Even if it's just for a brief moment. What's so wrong with that, Alyssa? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. The reason why you're marrying my shut-in brother is so that you can both try and make me show my gratitude to my parents. I heard that they're desperately trying to get back into this low life of a family. You're just here to earn brownie points, am I right? You know that it isn't going to work. What the heck are you even talking about, Alyssa? That's never been my intention at all. And if you were a decent person, you would recognize that. Oh, so that's what you think? Do you really think that you're able to say whatever you want to me with that big mouth of yours, huh? Whatever, Violet. All you are, after all, is just some woman who wants to look more superior than my brother. He's just going to hold you back, you know. I really hate how weak-minded you all are. I can never have a decent conversation with any of my family members at all. Maybe they should actually study a little so that their brain cells become active, yeah? I'm not wasting my precious and very limited time on this planet if I have to hang out with people who are super dumb. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Listen up, Violet. I don't want anything to do with any of you poor people. You're pathetic and have gotten nowhere in life. I need to uphold my reputation, after all. Wow, okay. So that's what this is really all about then, is it? Your reputation? Fine, I guess I understand. Well, with you saying that, don't step foot in the venue today, please. Oh my God, is it me, or have you finally started to understand what I'm talking about? Don't worry, I was always going to say no to your pleas anyway. Besides, there were only ever a few seats available since you were only having a small ceremony anyways. My husband and I won't be there. I guess all those empty seats will stand out a lot and make the wedding look terrible, yeah? The seats will be so empty and the venue will echo. Please, go ahead and say whatever you like to me, Violet. It's not going to make a difference to our special day. Even if you want to drop by later, you won't be allowed in. Don't make me laugh. There's no way that my husband and I would want to show up later. Who would seriously do that, especially for a small and cheap-looking wedding like yours? Hey, why on earth aren't you picking up your phone right now, Violet? Don't tell me that you've already wrapped up the wedding. Answer your phone. For goodness sake, I have tried to call several times now and you won't even pick up. Stop being so rude. You've locked us out of the venue. I won't forgive you for this. Well, it sounds bad to say that we shut you guys out, Alyssa. Didn't you tell me that you and your husband decided not to attend in the first place? To me, it seems like you both tried to enter midway through the ceremony. I told you that I wasn't accepting anyone into the venue halfway through the ceremony, okay? Okay, but we obviously changed our minds, yeah? I'm a family member and I can't come into the building. What's up with that? This is just so wrong. Okay, we need to discuss what's going on here. First of all, what made you decide to come here all of a sudden? It was only a few minutes ago that you were saying that you weren't coming here. So why the change of heart, huh? What made you suddenly change your mind and try to break in during our vows we wrote for each other? Okay, well, you see, the thing is this. I mean, among today's guests, I heard that the editor-in-chief for a women's magazine was going to attend, yes? I was shocked to see the editor's social media page just now. I never thought that someone like that was in amongst this family. I absolutely can't believe it. What I wanted to do when we showed up was to go up to them and greet them personally. I wanted to sell myself to them as a model and show them my portfolio. Oh, okay. So that's the real reason why you showed up here unannounced. I should have known that you'd only think of yourself in this situation. To be honest, I was so stupid to have any hope at all when it came to bringing your family closer together. Why did I think you would change your mind to see them? Look, I don't give a crap about some lecture that you want to give me, Violet. How can such a small-scale event have such an amazing guest list? Well, to keep it real with you, the guest list is quite small and the scale of it isn't anything extravagant. We've always wanted to keep our wedding ceremony small and intimate. Oh my God, stop trying to argue with me. If you were inviting such a huge person in the fashion industry, why didn't you tell me? You know I'm a model. There's no way they know my brother, so they must be an acquaintance of yours or something, correct? I know I can't give a speech, but just get me a seat so I can introduce myself. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, and also I wouldn't make assumptions right now if I were you. That editor-in-chief isn't my guest, Alyssa. But I don't understand, though. If they don't know you, then... What? No way. My shut-in brother has that type of guest at his wedding? There's no way that's true, okay? How is it that my younger brother, who stays at home all the time, is able to get to know someone like that? They are in a high position in a huge industry. Okay, I think you, my dear sister-in-law, haven't been paying attention to your family since you hardly see them. You've been so wrong about everything since you started talking to me. Excuse me? What the heck are you even talking about? How dare you tell me that I'm wrong when I'm the smartest out of my entire family? Okay, I need to tell you that Tyler isn't some shut-in at all. Of course he's always been at home, but it's because he doesn't have to go to his office. No, that simply can't be true. Hardly anyone works from home. You're trying to deceive me, aren't you? It's not going to work, Violet. Okay, I guess I'll just have to tell you otherwise. We'll be going around in circles. Tyler owns 3 luxury high-rise apartment buildings in the city. He's making a huge profit from investing in high-end real estate, Alyssa. He has his own company so he can work from home. He leaves a lot of work to his subordinates. The reason why there's an editor-in-chief here at our wedding is because Tyler was interviewed by a business magazine since he's a young and career-driven businessman. Of course, that's how they were introduced to each other. They're now good friends, so of course he wanted to invite them to our ceremony today. What the heck? How come I was never told any of this information? I haven't heard anything about his interview. Are you telling me my brother isn't poor? Well, I guess you really weren't paying attention to me before, were you? I told you what he does for a living, didn't I? Was I not clear on that? What the heck is with that, though? Since when has he had enough money to buy a luxury apartment and to be interviewed by a business magazine? You're just leaving me out of everything. Okay, I don't understand why you think that at all, when it was you that was excluding themselves from everything. Why would you say something stupid like that for? You can't just do whatever you like, Alyssa, when you've hurt so many people in your life. Do you even know what you've done to Tyler? Don't you remember how you made him feel? I can say what I like, thank you very much. Anyway, enough about this. I'll ask Tyler directly to introduce me to the editor. Luckily, Tyler's number is on the invitation I got. I know the real truth about you, Alyssa. I know what you did to Tyler when you were teenagers. You're not going to get anything out of him if you don't say how sorry you are. To be honest, I really hope Tyler sees the light and doesn't help you at all. You deserve nothing from him after the way you've treated him. You're probably the worst person I've ever had to deal with. Tyler, how dare you do what you did to me? I am your older sister, for goodness sake. How could you deceive me like this? A brother going against his sister? How insolent. Since you've done me so wrong already, you can make it up to me by introducing me to that business magazine editor friend of yours. Also, you really need to rein in that wife of yours. She can't turn around and say terrible things to her own sister-in-law. She doesn't know me and what my relationship to you is like.
Wow, I took the trouble to add my family and friends to the invites for this wedding, and then after 10 years of not contacting me, this is the first thing you say? Are you kidding me? Honestly, you've not changed one bit since we were teenagers, Alyssa. You've always looked down on me like dirt and haven't treated me like a decent human being. Don't you dare tell me how to rein in my wife. She's allowed to voice her own opinion, and if she has one about you and wants to say something, she can. She knows what kind of person you really are.
Well, it's all because I'm smarter, prettier, and better than you, Tyler. It just made sense to treat you that way, okay? I'm not like you, a failure. I mean, you knew that and messaged me anyways.
Yes, because I was doing that all because of our parents, Alyssa. They've been wanting us to be closer, and I was trying with all my might.
Well, it's true that I don't really go there because it's just a bad place to be in. I didn't want to see any of you. It's such a dreary place, and it's not where I should be.
Yeah, I thought that you would say something like that, but it doesn't mean that you could just not contact any of us. What you're doing is terrible.
Okay, I'm not here messaging you to make small talk, Tyler. I don't want none of this pointless chit-chat. Just let me into the venue so I can meet this editor-in-chief.
I don't think that it's a good idea to do this right now with the way you're talking to me. I can't introduce people who don't know what they'll do.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? What I'll do? What on earth would I do anyway? Why are you being like this? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, I think I know why you're acting this way towards me. Is it because you maybe still hold a grudge against me about the past? We were literally teenagers who were full of raging hormones. I know that I couldn't help what I said to you. We're a lot older now, so isn't it time to be adults?
Who gave you the right to turn around and say something like that to me, Alyssa? You're literally blaming your hormones right now? You might say that to try and weasel your way in, but do you seriously think I'm going to agree with you? Don't you remember what you did to me?
Huh? What on earth are you even talking about, Tyler? All I was doing was being a big sister. You were my younger brother, and it was only natural for me to tease you, yeah?
Are you kidding me right now? Do you think what you were doing was at the level of teasing? Every day during our teenage years, you called me so many horrible things. Every time we saw each other at home, at school, or wherever, whenever you saw my face, you'd call me ugly and say that I was nauseating to look at. Whenever I tried to make conversation with you, you would say that I was gross and that I was making your ears dirty and crap like that. Do you think that's teasing? I also remember back when I was a little bit younger and you thought that it would be funny to pour pen ink all over my face while Mom and Dad weren't looking. Because of what you said and did to me all the time, I became so afraid to be around all people, especially you. Why do you think I've been a shut-in since high school, Alyssa?
What the heck? Don't you dare turn around and put the blame on me. You made that decision yourself. It's not my fault that you became a shut-in. What I don't understand is how you can be so successful if you're at home all the time. How did you get into real estate investing without having been around people?
Because the one thing that I did have was time. While I was in my room, I was also studying about how investment works so I could do it in the future somehow.
Are you actually being serious? How is that possible? You never left your room. How can you study in a smelly and run-down room if you're blaming me for being a shut-in? It's all thanks to me that you've become so successful now, isn't it? If I hadn't bullied you so much, you wouldn't have been so good at investing and doing your job.
That's not how it works at all, Alyssa. You bullied me to the point that I didn't want to be in the outside world. How is that a good thing? I just knew I had to do something to make me feel good about myself. There's absolutely no point in saying anything to you anymore, since you're gonna think it was your doing instead of my own. This is so exhausting. I never thought that we would end up being so confused and not understanding how the other feels. I thought we would get through this, but I really don't think we can. Whatever. I've had enough of you and trying to have a relationship with my sister. I'm gonna give up after this conversation. I'm just gonna cut ties with you, Alyssa.
What on earth are you talking about, you stupid idiot? There was never any connection that we had that's worth cutting off in the first place.
Well, I guess I'm not the only one who feels that way then. I should have known that the only reason that you'd do anything that I said was because it was only to benefit yourself. Well, it also seems like Mom and Dad want to sever ties with you. You've hardly talked to them since leaving the house, and it sounds like you don't say nice things to them anyways. Them doing that you should be fine with, right? You'll never be involved in our family events ever again, and of course you'll be taken off their wills so you get no inheritance.
Wait, what did you just say to me? Why are Mom and Dad showing up here for? I don't understand. Explain yourself right now. What's going on here?
Well, after the ceremony, I confessed everything to Mom and Dad about the way you've been treating me my entire life and how you're the reason I stayed in my room all the time. I've been hiding the truth of what you said and did for a very long time, Alyssa. I was finally able to release it and take that weight off my shoulders. I thought that what I would say to them would make them really sad as I was getting married soon. I thought that if I cut my sister, it would make me feel even more sad. But it sounds like they support my decision in cutting you off, as they now know how terrible you are. They see I can be happy with my wife and them from now on.
What the heck is with you? How dare you make them turn against me? I am their eldest daughter. I thought that I would receive an inheritance when they die. You are ruining that for me. How could you tell them what I said and did? Why are you not thinking about me in all this? Why are you just thinking about yourself? That money was supposed to come to me, and you knew that. You wanted to take it for yourself, didn't you? You're going to pay for doing this to me, yeah? If you just let me into your investment schemes or whatever you're doing, I'll pretend this didn't happen. One luxury apartment building to me, and I'll forgive you for this.
Oh, cut it out, Alyssa. I'm not giving you anything, and I'm sick of thinking of you and other people when I should have been focusing on myself in the first place. It's burnt me out a lot.
Oh, come on, little brother. Don't be like this towards me. It's not like I meant to say what I said all those years ago. The past is in the past, so please just get over it. Just because you've had a little bit of success with your real estate and marrying Violet or whatever doesn't mean that you can make a mockery out of me. You can't treat me like this at all. I'm your older sister and you are supposed to respect me. So what if I bullied you a little bit? That's what siblings do. Also, you doing this doesn't change the fact that you're ugly and are the scum of society. You were a shut-in and will more than likely always be one.
And of course you haven't changed one bit. You're still as horrible to me as ever. What's your problem, Alyssa? What have I ever done to you for you to treat me like you do? I guess if this is what you think of me, so be it. I'm so done trying to do the right thing when you just treat me like crap. I'm so grateful that I now have Violet by my side. I won't be hurt by your disgusting words anymore, Alyssa. You're nothing but a bully, and you'll never get far if you act like this towards people. Well then, I've got no more reason to talk to you anymore. I'm ending this conversation and my relationship to you. I no longer have a sister. Goodbye, Alyssa.
What the heck did you just say to me, Tyler? What in the world is happening here? You can't just cut me off, and neither can our parents. I am their daughter, after all. I'm allowed to do what I want since I'm the oldest. You should be listening to me and actually fulfilling any requests I make. Hello? Are you just going to ignore me now? Were you actually being serious about cutting me off? You can't do this to me. You invited me to your wedding ceremony. I should be let in. You can't back down on your own invitation. Let me and my husband inside. You can't deny me entry. I need to meet this editor-in-chief. That's enough of this. You can't just not talk to me for the rest of your life. I'm just going to continue bugging you. Get back here. Why won't you listen to me? If I'm being honest, we're both at the bottom of society, so help me out with this favor. We can heal our wounds together. Don't walk away from your sister.
Stop saying all these things when you don't mean them. You never wanted anything good for me, and all you care about is yourself. You truly don't care about any of your family. Stop messaging me and my wife. Violet and I want to live a nice, peaceful life without any drama from people like you who always drag others through the mud. Go and bother somebody else who has connections in business. I'm never doing anything for you ever again. I'm blocking you now, and if you try to approach me, I'll call the cops.
No, please don't go. Look, I'm sorry for the things I said. I just want to be successful and a great model. Please, help me get these connections, Tyler. Don't block me, please. I need you. I'm really sorry, and tell Mom and Dad I'm so sorry I haven't contacted them. I don't want things to end like this. Please, come back. After all of the messages that Alyssa sent to Tyler, things started to really go downhill for her. Her modeling career was suddenly cut short after she was the subject of a social media backlash. People started to find out the person she truly was, and she fought back by making some of her followers very terrible about their self-image. From then on, she's been confined to her home and hasn't left for a while. It sounds like her husband only wanted her because he was attracted to her job title, model. Once she started losing jobs, since she wasn't leaving the house that much, he promptly handed her divorce papers and kicked her out of the house. He was no longer attracted to someone who didn't try their best to look good. When it came to Alyssa, who doesn't know anything other than being a model, she tried to go back to her parents' house. But of course, she completely forgot that Tyler told her that they also cut her off and she wasn't allowed to be in the family circle anymore. She went to them begging for forgiveness and a place to stay, but she was chased away by them and told to never come back. She now lives in a cheap, rundown apartment with a slum landlord. It seems like she gets scolded by them every day since she's crying and doesn't know what to do with her life. It appears she earns a living by working part-time on a daily basis. Her former beauty has faded away like a lie. Meanwhile, both Tyler and Violet are enjoying their time together to the fullest. His complex about his appearance has faded and he's grown more confident. They're both enjoying going out a lot and go on lots of walks together, hand in hand. They're slowly learning to forget about Alyssa and what she said to them. She can no longer go anywhere near them, and they are much happier without her in their life. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey, Pearl, what is this all about? What's going on? I just saw you rush right by me like something was chasing you or something like that. Is everything okay? Oh, Lisa, this is perfect. I'm so happy that you messaged me right now. I can't stand to be with that man for another single second. Do you hear me? That man? You're not talking about Jeremy, are you? What happened? I mean, you and Jeremy are supposed to be getting married tomorrow. How can you not be happy with him? I just mean, why should a woman as beautiful and successful and amazing as me have to put up with such a horrible man like that? I mean, it's not like he comes from a bad family or anything like that at all, but he's just so stupid and completely useless. I just can't bring myself to like him no matter how hard I try to. All he ever does is really piss me off. Oh, wow, I had no idea that you felt this way about Jeremy at all. But why did you let things get this far then? Why not cut this whole thing short earlier? Well, it's because I know that Dad really wants me to marry this guy, but I also know that it's only because Dad wants the business connections he'll get from having our families be wed. And I thought I could stick through this for the good of the family, but I'm seriously at my limit right now. I just refuse to marry someone that fat and ugly. You really think that Jeremy can't take care of himself? He seems like such a nice, sincere guy to me. I don't know, I was also so impressed that you were able to land someone like him, to be honest. Why were you taken up with him? You really don't know anything about him at all, and that shows it. But he really is just such a fatty. I mean, can you believe that he actually eats the crust of his pizzas? How could someone do that? Please don't tell me that's actually something that you're even remotely upset about. Anyways, maybe you're just getting the pre-wedding jitters, but I'm sure they'll pass. And if the only problems you have with Jeremy are aesthetic, then I'm sure they'll pass in due time. You really don't have any idea what you're talking about at all, do you? Just why in the world are you trying to stick up for a loser like him? He's not nice, he's not sincere, he's not handsome. He looks like some kind of freakish monster straight out of a horror movie. He looks like Frankenstein. You do know that Frankenstein was actually the doctor, right? The monster wasn't actually called... Oh, never mind. I don't care about what the monster was called. You know what I'm talking about, you nerdy little bookworm. In fact, you know Jeremy is something of a nerd himself. I bet that you two would make a much better couple than him and I would. He's always reading some dumb sci-fi book or playing video games with his friends. He's just always doing some silly indoor activity and I can't stand it. Most of the time he's just at his computer typing. Well, I thought Jeremy told us when he came over that he's always wanted to try his hand at writing, right? I know that. Not only that, but he even told me that he really has no interest in taking over his family's company at all. But if he's not going to do that, then what's the point of even marrying him? Pearl, please, I think that you're being really unfair right now. I mean, do you really feel that way about Jeremy? I'm just saying that we were supposed to have another meeting today about our wedding, and I just can't bring myself to go. What about you? What if you go in my place? What do you mean? You really want me to be making decisions about your own wedding? Look, Dad wants me to marry Jeremy more than anything, okay? Remember that this is also that our families and businesses can come together. Heck, you could even marry Jeremy for all I care. I don't think Dad really cares as long as it's one of us and the wedding actually happens. Hold on a second, Pearl. Are you really telling me that you don't care if I marry your fiancé? You two are literally getting married tomorrow. I don't think that you should be talking about him like this. I'm just saying that a guy like him doesn't deserve and wouldn't even know what to do with a girl of my caliber. I need a good and handsome man with lots and lots of money. In fact, I already know there's got to be someone out there waiting for me, and that's why you saw me running off. So anyways, I want you to stand in for me at my wedding tomorrow, and you can go ahead and marry that fat, ugly pig Jeremy. Pearl, I don't know what to say. Oh, thank you so much. You both really are freaks, do you know that? I can't believe that you actually think it's a good thing to be getting my sloppy seconds like that. But then again, it's not like you two are going to be able to find anyone better looking than each other and still manage to make it work. I really just don't understand why you're being so nasty, Pearl. I really would have thought that you'd know better than to judge someone so harshly for their appearance. And just what else is there to judge him about? Besides, how can I care about the person he is on the inside when he looks so bad on the outside? Well, if you ask me, people who are ugly on the inside always end up showing it on their face, like you. Excuse me? Was that you trying to insult me? You know that I went to one of the top schools in the country, right? Not only that, but our family background means that I am certainly a winner in life. Well, you do realize that you and I come from the same family, don't you? So I don't know what you're trying to say there. I don't really care what you have to say to me as long as you end up marrying Jeremy and I don't. That way, we can still make Dad happy and I don't have to subject myself to being with Jeremy. It really is a win-win all around. You, me, Dad, and Jeremy all win. It's the perfect plan. Well, I'm not going to be marrying him for any of those reasons. I'm only going to marry him because I love him. I don't care about where our families are from, what Dad wants, what you want, none of it. Man, you really are a freak, do you know that? I just don't understand you, but whatever. If you want him, you can take him. I don't care at all. You're doing me a favor by taking my ugly husband away from me. I just hope that you two can make each other happy.
Hey, Lisa, are you there? I just wanted to say that it was really nice getting to meet your family tonight, okay? And thanks for making sure that I got home okay.
Oh, it's not at all. I was really wanting to get out of the house by the end of it all. So thank you for being such a good drinking partner. Actually, the thing is that I really did want to talk to you tonight, as I'm sure you were able to tell.
But I still can't believe that you said what you said to me tonight. But are you sure? I just don't know what to say.
Of course I'm sure about this, Jeremy. I mean, I remember when I first met you. There was just something about you.
I know you said that to me earlier at the bar. I'm sorry, but I really can't see what someone like you would even like about someone like me.
I just think that you're a really caring and thoughtful person. You're nothing like my parents or my sister. I don't know. I talk to you and I just feel at ease. It's like all the pressure of the world just melts off of me.
Lisa, I actually feel the exact same way. I hope that's okay to say.
Wait, you do? What do you mean? Are you saying that I make you feel the same way that you make me feel?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I talk to you and it feels like I'm in a safe place where I'm not having to perform for my parents or friends or shareholders or anyone like that. And talking to your sister, well, no offense, but I really don't think she likes me at all. Anytime that we're alone together, she's just playing on her phone. I really do try and be approachable and talk to her and be a man that she's wanting to marry, but I think that, well, all I'm doing is just pushing her away. So this is all just a huge relief for me.
Oh, I see. I really am sorry for how horrible my sister can be at times. I just really don't know what to do with her at all.
No, it's okay. I knew from the start that this wedding was all about being controlled by our parents, so I'm not really that surprised that being married like this would repel Pearl. But it's not all that bad. After all, it's thanks to all this that you and I were able to meet. But I would have no idea the way you felt about me if you hadn't said anything. In fact, I was rather confused and angry with myself. After all, how could I be falling in love with my fiance's sister and still think of myself as a good person?
Well, don't be surprised if people talk about us because of this, you know.
No, I don't care what people say, as long as I can be with you. Then that's all I really want. But I guess that means that you and I have a big day tomorrow, huh?
Yes, finally, and I am very happy that the wedding was going to be small and for family only. I mean, I can't imagine the confusion this would cause if the wedding was really big. After all, who ever heard of the bride being switched out at the last second? But I guess according to Pearl, neither of my parents really care about which of us is marrying you.
Yeah, well, it was actually Pearl who said that she wanted to have a smaller, more intimate wedding with only family there. I was wondering if it was because she was embarrassed to be married to me.
Oh, Jeremy, you don't need to worry about my sister anymore. I doubt she'll even come tomorrow. Although if she did, I'm sure that it would be just to try and make fun of the two of us for going along with her plan.
You're right, nothing else matters now that I know you and I are gonna be able to be together. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then.
See you then, Jeremy. Sleep well. Hey there, sis. I just wanted to let you know that I arrived to your wedding. I knew that you two were ugly enough to be a perfect match. So you really did actually show up. I just don't know what to say. You really are horrible, do you know that? Oh, come on, we're sisters. Did you really think that I wasn't going to be here for your big day? Besides, Mom and Dad said that they didn't care if I was here or not. But when I thought about how hilarious your ugly little wedding is going to be, I just knew that I had to be there, and I'm sure that's what the rest of the family is thinking. I don't get it. What is the matter with you and our parents? Why do you always have to act this way? I mean, I guess I know the answer to that. You all only care about this marriage for what you think it's going to do for our family. What other point even is there to this whole stupid sham of a wedding? It's all about our families. You two are just tools for the greater good. Do you understand? Whatever. I'm just glad that you're enough of a sap to marry this guy. It means that I'll never have to worry about being married to a loser like Jeremy. And just who is this other man that you've shown up with to my wedding, huh? Don't tell me you've already found a new boyfriend. Well, no duh. Did you think it was going to take long for me to get a new one? I mean, have you seen how I look? But he really is a looker, isn't he? If you really want to know, his name is Owen. So if anyone asks about me, I've been dating Owen this whole time and was never, ever with Jeremy. You really are just pathetic. Do you know that? You can't even have people knowing the truth about you dating Jeremy. That is really sad. Well, I don't care what you think, since Owen has graduated from one of the top schools in the country and works for one of the largest, most powerful companies in the country. He's still in his 20s and already makes $20 million a year. So in the end, it all works out for me. So is that all you care about for your wedding too? Just external things like money and fame, is that all you care about? Wait a second, don't tell me that you're jealous of me right now. You are! You're jealous that I brought this sexy rich man with me and you're stuck with Jeremy. You know, I've already introduced Owen to our parents and they are going to be huge fans of him. You mean you really brought your boyfriend to my wedding just so that you could introduce him to our parents? And why wouldn't I use your wedding to take care of this? After all, Owen is from a rich family and I'm sure that Mom and Dad would want to meet him. I really am sure that Mom and Dad are going to have no problems with him at all. This is going to be perfect. I don't believe this. My whole family is like this. How was I lucky enough to end up the only sane one out of all of you? You're calling yourself sane, and yet you're the one that's happy to be marrying a total loser like Jeremy. That's rich. But whatever. I hope the two of you make each other happy. I know Owen is going to make me very happy, not to mention rich. Hey, Lisa, what the heck is all of this about? I heard that you two were going to be cutting ties to your families? What the heck are you trying to pull right now? I'm not trying to pull anything at all. Jeremy and I just want nothing to do with any of you anymore. We're sick and tired of being treated like pawns in our parents' games. We're not going to let them control our lives any longer. But you can't do this. You can't just decide to do this by yourselves. Don't you realize that if you do this, Dad could lose the company? You know, Pearl, in a way, this is all your fault. If you had just married Jeremy instead, none of this would be happening. What kind of silly backwards logic is that? You really think that I'm going to buy that? You really seem to have a bad memory when it comes to the things that would make you look bad. But it doesn't really matter now. Jeremy and I have made up our minds, and we're not going to be manipulated by you all anymore. Don't you realize what you're doing? You're betraying your family. You're being a terrible daughter by doing this. You think I really care about the family that said that Jeremy and I belong together because we're so ugly? Because that's rich if you think I'd ever feel like I owe any kind of loyalty to them at all. You're just completely useless. Do you know that? This was going to be the one good thing you ever did for us, and now you've gone and ruined it. Wait a second. What's going on? I just turned on the TV and... Why is Jeremy on it? Oh, yeah, well, that sounds about right. I mean, I told you that Jeremy always wanted to be an author ever since he was younger, right? Well, anyways, he wrote and published a book, and it's already a bestseller. So some news crews came over to have an interview. Hold on. You're telling me that Jeremy published his book and that it's a huge success? I know that he was working on one, but I didn't realize he'd finished. Well, I think it's just amazing, and I am so proud of my husband for what he's accomplished. So what? You think any of this matters? He'll probably just be a one-hit wonder. And besides, are you really saying you prefer him as a writer rather than tied into our business connections? Because if that's the case, then you really are both idiots. In fact, if I were you, I would leave him and go find a better man for yourself right away. Pearl, you need to stop this. I love Jeremy, and Jeremy loves me. And that's what makes us work so well together. Wow, I really just don't know what else to say except that you need to wake up to your being brainwashed. But whatever. I'm going to be happy with my husband, and that's all that really matters. Are you serious? You mean that you didn't message me right now because you wanted to ask for financial help? What in the world are you talking about? Why would Owen and I ever need to go to you two for help? Are you sure that you really want to talk about this? I mean, you do know that Owen is just a scammer, right? What is that supposed to mean? What are you even talking about? How dare you try and spread such lies? I'm just saying that his whole resume, the whole background that he gave you was a complete lie. He was just trying to make himself look good so that you would agree to marry him, but the truth is that he doesn't really have any money at all. So that's why I thought that you were only messaging me now because you were in desperate need of help. Oh, please, Lisa, I don't need you to tell me that Owen is nothing but a scam artist, but the fact of the matter is that he does have some money, and he's just so kind. Are you sure about that? Because I heard that he just took Dad's money and ran off with it, and now the family is really upset. It's okay, you can be honest with me. There's no need to lie about any of this. Are you trying to make fun of me? Is that what's going on? I mean, I don't really think I would need to try very hard if I was, but at this point, you're the one making a fool out of yourself. Whatever, laugh all you want. It's not going to make any of what you're saying more true. And even if Owen did run away with Dad's money, I would rather that happen than have to end up being married to someone as ugly as Jeremy. Well, okay then, but if that's really the case, then would you mind leaving me alone? I don't need you contacting me anymore. Fine then, this was a whole waste of time anyways, and I never should have tried talking to you in the first place. Hey, Lisa, I was just thinking, do you remember that one time that you were in second grade and I lent you some money? Excuse me? What in the world are you talking about, and why would I even remember something like that? Yeah, you said that you really wanted to buy some magazine or something like that while we were at the mall. And you said that Dad wasn't giving you any money, so that's why you came to me to ask for some so that you could buy it for yourself. Anyways, I think it's high time that you paid me back for that. Wow, you're too proud to ask for money, so you have to make up a silly story like this? I mean, I knew that you were prideful, but I didn't think that you'd try to call in some 20-year-old debt. Whatever, I know that you have some spare money lying around, don't you? After all, I heard that Jeremy's book is already being made into a movie. You have to have money. And if we did have money, what business of yours is any of that? Well, we're family, and I really need some of it, so please, can't you help me out? I mean, I am seriously flat broke right now. Not only that, but the rest of the family is saying that they want nothing to do with me at all, so there really is no one else I can turn to. So even though you said all those horrible things about Jeremy and treated him like he was beneath you, you still come to us for help? Look, I don't like this any more than you do. I thought that I'd be fine, but I'm not, and now I don't have any other option but to ask for your help. You really think that you can act all high and mighty like this just because you married rich? You didn't do anything to deserve the money you have right now. Except I already told you that I was never marrying Jeremy for the money. I only ever respected him as a good person. And besides, you know that I have a job and earn my own money. We both are there for each other and we both help each other out. Oh yeah, I'm sure that you bring in just as much as he does. You are just all talk, do you know that? It's so obvious that you're just into this for the money. You're just talking to me like this because you think that you have the upper hand and can look down on me. But you wouldn't be treating me like this if I hadn't given you Jeremy. Great, thanks for that. Is that all you have to say? Because I have better things to be spending my time on. Wait, no, please, you can't just go. I really need you to lend me some money right now, or else things are going to get really bad for me. You see, I thought that I'd be making a lot of money from marrying Owen, and so I quit my job. And I also may or may not have taken out a bunch of loans. Hold on a second. You're telling me that you quit your job and took out loans? What is the matter with you? Well, I thought that Owen was this huge millionaire, so I thought I could just take out some money now and have him pay it all back later. I only used it to go out and buy some bags and clothes that I wanted. Just stuff like that, you know. Okay, Pearl. How much money did you end up borrowing for all of this? Well, I don't have an exact number. But the last time I checked, it was already around the ballpark of $20,000. Wow. Just wow. I really don't even know what to say, but no, we're not going to be helping you out there. You figure this out yourself. I can't believe this. I'm your sister, and you're not even going to help me after I've come to you and explained how much trouble I'm in? Pearl, I'm sorry, but there is really nothing that would ever make me want to help you. But anyways, if this is all that you wanted to talk to me about, then I think we're done here. Hey there, Jeremy. Do you remember me? I'm Pearl, Lisa's sister.
Oh, of course I remember you, Pearl. What's going on?
Well, the thing is that now that I've spent time away from you, I think it's finally helped me realize that I really love you.
Excuse me? I don't know what to say to that.
Well, it's just that I guess I didn't realize what I really had until it was gone, you know? But now I know the truth, and I know that I need you.
But I don't understand. When your sister and I got married, you brought that other man with you.
No, it wasn't like that. I was just jealous, and I thought that bringing him might have made me feel better, but it didn't at all. I was being an idiot and finally realized that, and I just want you to know how sorry I am about it all.
I see. You know, I actually heard that Owen guy that you were with turned out to be a scammer, is that right?
It's true. He was so horrible, and I just had no idea at all. That's why I feel like now I have no choice but to come to you for help. Please, you have to know that I only have feelings for you. I want to be together with you.
Well, I understand your feelings, and I appreciate your honesty, but the fact of the matter is that I'm married to your sister Lisa, and she's the girl that I love.
But what about me? There was a time when you and I were together, don't you remember? You told me that I was beautiful, and I went to a good school and everything.
Yes, well, I did say that you are beautiful, but I was really only talking about the kind of person you were from the outside.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really care about appearances at all. As long as I love that person with all my heart, I really don't care about how they look or anything like that. So, yes, you are beautiful, but not in the way that I would ever want to be with. Besides, I know that you made fun of me for how I looked.
Hold on a second, are you really telling me that you want to be with my sister more than you want to be with me? Don't you realize how much better I'll look on your arm than her? Just think about it. You've wanted to be an author ever since you were little, and now you finally achieved your dream. But imagine how good it would make you look to have a pretty and well-educated wife with you.
Pearl, you know you're more than just some arm candy for another man to use, right? You should have more confidence in yourself.
What in the world are you talking about? I'm bragging about how much better I am than my sister. Doesn't that show that I have confidence?
I just mean that maybe you should try and have more confidence in your personality as well as your looks and whatever school you went to. Also, you should know that I've already heard from Lisa about how you reached out to her to ask for money, so I'm afraid that I can't really give you any help there.
I knew it. I knew I was right about this whole time. You're nothing but a horrible, ugly, lame loser. There. How did that feel? I bet you're absolutely crushed now.
Pearl, please, I think that this is all just a little ridiculous, don't you? I mean, what is the point of acting this way towards me? What do you think is gonna accomplish, huh?
I knew that I should never ever come and ask for help from you two like this. That was my only mistake here. I should have known that losers like you would turn on someone like me the second you thought you had a little leverage. But whatever. I guess I should have expected this from the two of you. After all, a couple of fat, ugly losers like you would make a perfect match, and now you have. Pearl, are you there? What were you thinking? Why in the world would you try to break into our house? I mean, you realize this is going to follow you around forever on your permanent record, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter at all anymore. You can say whatever you want to me now. My life is over anyways. I had to take out more loans to pay off my old loans. Not only that, but Dad's company is on its final legs. Everything is coming apart around us. I can't believe that it's all finally come to this. Well, first of all, Jeremy and I already agreed that we want nothing to do with our family's respective businesses and that we weren't going to be their pawns. But, given that both of our families were hoping to count on one another to help out their businesses, I'm not surprised to hear about what's happening to Dad's company. But I still just don't understand how you can still act so selfishly. I mean, you marry rich, run off with your husband, and refuse to lift a finger to help your family. I guess I just thought that you'd be a little more understanding of someone in a position like what I'm dealing with now, but I guess that you two only care about yourselves. You know that it's more complicated than that. Besides, our families didn't even care about Jeremy and I as people. You said yourself that Dad didn't care which of us married him, just so long as it was one of us. And besides, none of this excuses you breaking into my house like some kind of thief in the night. But the police will be here soon, so you might want to think about what you'll tell them. But, wait, what do you mean? You really called the cops on me? How could you do this? Don't you think that I've been through enough already? been through enough? I think that everything that has happened to you up to this point has been your fault. I don't get why you think that you can act like this and not be punished for it, but I'm sorry, I can't let this go. You've done enough to Jeremy and I already, and this has gone far enough.
Well, that was a complete freaking mess to say the least.
Yeah, I know. I'm just seriously over my sister. She has taken this whole thing way too far, and I'm not going to stand for it. But I'm just so happy that you and I are finally going to be moving out of this town so we don't have to deal with this ever again. But I just want you to know how sorry I am for all of this. I really never wanted anything like this to happen, especially not to you.
Oh, come on. You know that there's nothing to apologize for. Besides, if I never met your sister, then I would never have met you, so I don't regret a thing.
You're right, it hasn't been easy, but I'm glad that we've been together through this.
By the way, you should know that my father officially told me that he didn't want me to have any part in the family business. He said that if I wasn't going to take over the business, then I wouldn't get anything from it either. So I guess that now we're finally in the same boat when it comes to us having finally cut off our families entirely.
But the only reason our parents ever wanted us to get married in the first place was because they thought it would help their companies. I'm sure it wasn't easy to hear that from your dad, but I'm just glad that they also know that they can't treat us like they're puppets.
You're right about that. I wish things weren't quite this bad, but our parents can't be allowed to treat us like that. As for your sister, well, I guess we don't really have to worry about her either.
As long as I'm with you, I don't need anyone else from my family. They've caused me so much pain that I thought no one would ever be able to understand until I met you. After that, the police arrived and dragged my sister away for breaking and entering and destruction of property. She ended up being charged a huge fine for all of that. For Pearl, that meant she was forced to take out more loans in order to pay her legal fees. She had lost her family, 2 potential suitors, her sister, and now she really was neck deep in debt. I have no idea what she's going to do to get herself out of this mess. I heard that my dad's business wasn't able to stay open and was only able to keep operating for a few months after Pearl was arrested. Without the connections to Jeremy's family, they lost the one lifeline they thought could save them. As for Jeremy's family, their company was much larger than mine. But I heard that the cousin who ended up taking over has been embroiled in several huge scandals and that the company has been struggling. As for Jeremy and I, we moved out of this town and have been enjoying our new lives away from the people who tried to manipulate us in the first place. Jeremy is still writing and I'm working. We do all that we can to help each other, and I couldn't be happier. Of course, I wish that things had gone better with our families, but I'm just grateful that we were able to find each other and be our islands in the stormy sea of our lives. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.